Gonzalez inside in third place.
Pushing down the inside there. We got Uriarte looking back from second place. No, in the lead actually now. Is a Junior World Championship last time out in Jerez just last weekend. Junior, the number 70, up into 8th place as well, just off the back of the leading group then. So, Uriarte. So, there you go. He wasn't letting them get away. He's back in front, in charge, came away with 9 points. 7th place finish in race 2 for him. So, a lot of the riders who maybe had a little bit left in the tank come after the end of free command here in Rookies Cup race 2.
Yeah, and you know, the way he rode yesterday was just
certainly taking that confidence from there through to here, as we see Singapore up there practicing qualifying. Look a lot better here today as we see Morelli now moved up into 3rd.
Yeah, so superb. He sat there right on the tail with the confidence that he said.
Ahead of Marco Morelli then, so this is the battles for 12th.
I mean, Morelli's a guy who you always think could win any weekend, but it's just that he knew that he could win the race from Kianda Ravadiva, and indeed he did.
13th, so Morelli's found his feet a little bit, hasn't he? What was he doing last time out?
Come together for him. Maybe this is his day.
Morelli's becoming a bit of an enigma, isn't he? On his day,
he's lost the lead now.
Morelli just up the inside,
made him move over.
Last lap around a 2:03.
But it's ridiculous, you know. Marco Morelli, you remember,
he is quicker than absolutely everybody in this field by a little bit of a margin, to be honest.
Well, that's right. We saw that. Made him think about that one.
And look, there's your man, the 54. He was biding his time.
Go back to Assen last year. Can win a race like he's on a different planet.
Yes.
And then how is he scratching Assen last year?
Exactly.
But, you know, one weekend doesn't make a championship, does it?
No. But what is? But he's back, ladies and gents. It's Veda Pratama going for the lead here in race.
Around here for a few points.
Obviously, he started from the back of the grid. Didn't get the first lap that he would have wanted. There's no doubt in his talent, but he's got to keep that consistency. Can he do it today, Mr. No Plan B?
Right.
He's up to 2nd place. He's been carving his way through as Mitani. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow when the grid has changed up again.
Down the waterfall again, it is Brian Uriarte that leads. Karpushin in 2nd base.
Gets pushed wide by Karpushin, the pole sitter in number 17, and now he won't be.
Yeah, but he just, you know, that's unfortunate. I think he's a Marco Morelli in 3rd. Is it Gonzalez up the inside? He has to back out of it. But Karpushin,
he's in the lead.
Into the lead, yeah. I wondered if he was just saving a bit of tyres. There'll be 3 laps to go. Lovely young man. He's got incredible talent, but it just has up weekends and down weekends. Karpushin takes the lead.
And you were absolutely right in terms of confidence, Peter. Ramadeepa, who of course got that.
As they go across the 9 now, and it is the double winner from Magello. Veda Pratama who has the advantage. That's just the way it is. And
well, I do know he's I was just going to say, Maverick Vinales, my 2nd place yesterday, up there in the leading group in the dry today. He's carried through.
Over the 95 of Marco Morelli. Brian Uriarte in 3rd place. On 4.
Management agency Marco Morelli's in, actually it's part of Maverick Vinales' own agency, and he knows he can do it now, and off he goes. That was Danish there. He is he's well with
abreast behind them.
Goodness me, it is Pratama in the lead then from Uriarte by the 10 yesterday, to sort of instantly after qualifying to see what was going on with effectively one of his. Uriarte getting bullied about at the moment. That is certainly helping things in his favour. He's back in the live alley trying to hang out the outside. He doesn't get the cutback from Uriarte, so he'll have to settle for 3rd at the match. Riders, you know, big part of that agency. It was announced yesterday. Cup standings in the lead at the moment.
Right, okay, so Karpushin now has a bit of a break. He is a moment
for the next corner or so. But you can tell from the pace, Pete, so I'm sure Maverick himself, a KTM factory rider, can be helping out with that.
Well, that's an interesting point you made. Head of the 32 of Kianda Ravadiva. Yesterday's winner.
It may have really turned the wing up in the leaders, the top 5 or so, but they're not.
Because I know that from the Red Bull Athletes Performance Centre was a. Then it is the 11 with the yellow helmet of Gonzalez in 3rd place.
Not that much quicker than everybody else behind them. They really are just now mucking each other.
Was one of the mental coaches, works with Maverick Vinales actually, and he was in Jerez. Riarte pushed back to fourth with the orange helmet.
They're about really trying to jostle for position. They're not thinking about going as fast as possible. It's about
and working with Maverick. So if he can help Maverick, maybe Maverick can help Marco Morelli on the mental side.
Oh, look at that then, Ramadipa in second place, where he finished yesterday. He's got Karpushin ahead of him. This is a critics now.
Right, and there's a great slow-mo of the 54. He has the advantage. Because, you know, when you're that quick, when you can win a race on a different planet like he did at Essen last year.
Cracking race. Karpushin from pole, really showing us what he can do here in the dry today.
Absolutely. Riarte, Marco Morelli in third place. Yeah, it really has. There's nothing wrong with your riding skill. It really has to be a mental thing, doesn't it?
You know, exactly. He's very, very
superb stuff, isn't it? And Marco has gone back to 7th place. Bennett Fernandez, great position progression, 15th to 3rd for Marco Morelli.
High praise rider in the Junior World Championship as well. He sits 9th position. Didn't have a very good.
Was up to 5th, but look at that, 3 abreast and up the inside. Just talking about it was Matani is in 5th place. He's had a similar progression down the hill. Veda Pratama.
Is strictly speaking his best result was
Bennett Fernandez, but of course there really isn't an overtaking opportunity into the left-hander. Climbing leads Brian Riarte. Will Brian Riarte show the opposite?
8th place there in race 1. So Morelli just a bit bogged down in
the hill now, go across the top, sweeping through there all the way in 4th place. 4th position, just how good he is on the brakes. He doesn't take the lead this time. And Ramadipa.
Confidence perhaps at the moment, you might say.
Yeah. Okay, back with the leaders then. So this is the leading five. Yeah, they flick it into 5th as they go downhill, and the 32 takes the lead. Has a track limits warning.
Yeah, he will not want to go on the green anymore then in towards the...
And we've decided, for whatever reason, with a 4.6 second gap, that these 5 are going to remain.
Takes the lead at the waterfall. That is extremely impressive. Not many people can say that in the closing laps as Morelli dives up the inside of Riarte again. To
the end. Now it'll, you know, who has an advantage? Who's got something extra?
Their careers.
No, indeed, superb stuff. Absolutely super confident doing it, didn't he?
Veda's really at the top of the game, but Veda Pratama starting to get away from it, Peter.
Obviously, Veda Pratama doesn't know the track quite as well as some of the Spaniards. So it is Ramadipa. Yesterday, second place man in.
He's got a couple of bike lengths, quarter of a second ahead of them. Will it last into these
around him? But that's never stopped him before. So I don't think the circuit knowledge now in the lead.
And look at the size of this group, then, Peter. Then, as they cross the line, how many will we?